Lovely. So sorry about that. We're a bit of a technical issue, but our guest speaker will also be joining us as we progress. I think we can start off today's session. Like I said, great to see you all, Susan, Kirui, Joel, Wanjiru. Those are the few I can see quickly on my chat. Karibuni sana. Today we're excited to be launching more products with us in partnership with also APA on the Agencify app. So I think one has been highly requested for. The other one is a niche product that we are also going to be speaking on this day. So a quick brief of how we're going to run today. We're going to have an introduction session, and then we're going to go to a session on why golfer and motor commercial for pickup own goods with Agencify. We're going to have a session with our guest speaker, Allan, where he will take us through the two main products that we are launching on this day. And then we'll have a session where we unlock on how to unlock your golfer and motor commercial sales and how you can navigate ideally through the app through a demonstration with one of our associates, Leon Miner. Of course, we cannot finish without a goodies session, and be on the lookout for the goodies session where we'll be also presenting ideally what new things we can offer, and also top up on top of the nice product that we have on this day. Finally, is there more? Definitely at Agencify, we cannot lack something extra to also top up a nice launch. We'll finish up with a Q&A session and also how you can reach out to us in case something is not clear or in case you have any queries that would be in doubt. So once again, the mantra for the day is secure the swing and protect the drive. Now, when I say secure the swing and protect the drive, I'll mention it in terms of a scenario. So ideally, scenario number one, so now golf is more than just a game. For most clients, it's a networking session, it's a passion, it's a lifestyle, and sometimes a very high stakes challenge, but every swing comes with its own risks. Take it to a scenario where your client is having a game. Maybe it was a Sunday casual game. Maybe it's a competitive game. And in the heat of the moment, after the game, they lose the equipment or their golf clubs. Or accidentally, when they're doing a swing, they break another golfer's windshield, not even necessarily another golfer's windshield, but they break a windshield, especially there's a golf along railways. So that happens, and suddenly your client is looking at not only a challenging game, but also a challenging scenario after the game. So what do you do? What do you have to offer your clients for that? We know it's a very niche category, but it's something we can break into, and it's something we have very excited to help you break into. Second scenario, in your client's business, or rather your client's business is their lifeline. In anything dealing with logistics, or if your client is in logistics, their business is their lifeline, and also as a consequence is also your lifeline. So how do you keep them moving with the right protection? Think about anyone who does carries goods in transit with their pickup. Maybe they have a scenario where they're delivering high value electronics. They're delivering maybe even liquor per se, for those who the distributors who distribute their produce or their especially in the FMCG sector. And then an unexpected scenario happens, throws their pickup off balance, damages their cargo beyond repair. Now remember, there's a sort of civic education, not really civic education, rather education in general that needs to be happening to ensure that they're picking the right coverage and they're not left with a loss. Remember, if they have the wrong coverage, insurance doesn't cover if it's in the wrong category. So they're left with a massive loss, and you're also left with a very upset client because they do expect you as their point of contact in the insurance world to be the one to guide them through how to go to or navigate through the right covers for their business and even for their vehicles. So what is the offer that we bring onto the table as Agencify? We've introduced 2 new products, and that is golfer and motor commercial pickup own goods. So in these two, we hope, I know motor commercial pickup is a bit popular, and also golfer is a bit niche, but with these two, we do hope to propel your business into the next level as we progress to transact on the app. So quite excited about this. Let me just do a quick check-in. I would want, we have a lot about each specific product, but I would like Alan, I don't know if Alan is on the call, to be able to take us through one-on-one. Through, I know he has very wealth of knowledge, a lot of knowledge in regards to both the products, and we can also benefit a lot from him, and maybe even get a few pointers here and there, we think, about how we can even navigate through the app. So I'll introduce Alan into the call. Just a minute. Alan, are you with us?
Yes, I mean.
Jambo. So I know I've not done justice to the introduction.
Yes.
Just a minute. So let me introduce you officially. So Allan Kirui is the business service team leader at APA Insurance, and he will be also taking us through, ideally, this new product that we have launched in partnership with APA. So Alan, karibu, the floor is yours. Maybe a quick introduction to those who are new, also new even to APA that we do have on board in this call, and then we can go directly into it. So karibu Alan, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mike, and good morning all. As you have heard, my name is Alan. Okay, let me put myself on camera so that you can see me. Okay. Hope you can see me now.
Yes, we can.
So thank you everyone, and thank you Agencify for coming up with these novel IT solutions to assist our agents on onboarding businesses and ease their way of operations. We thank the agents for also accepting the call to join in with you guys so that they expand the market and bring us more clients. I know we have done motor private. We are joining with commercial and personal accident. Colvers is also in, and many more will be coming soon. As we progress, we are integrating more technological solutions. AI is also on way coming so that we can ease our way of operations. So to take you through the 2 products we are onboarding, maybe I'll start with the call first because this is more new. Yes. Okay, so Colfast is Colfast policy. It's a policy that covers you and your Colfast equipment against the loss or damage when you are enjoying the game. You have heard Michael say that it's a purely leisure game. Sometimes it's a professional game, but insurance came up with a thought of taking care of you as you play. We know most accidents happen. Maybe you lose your property, you get injured, you harm other people along the way, you lose your stick or it gets broken. So for us, we have decided to come in with a product that will cover you against all those, and it's a insurance for both amateurs and professional players, and is designed to provide a total peace of mind and on on and off golfers, because you may think that these are automated covers by your household insurance for all your equipment and public liability needs. However, many policies may exclude public liability cover. So it is extremely unlikely that such policies will give you an extensive specialist protected by APA. So golfers policy covers what? Basically. So basically, golfers policy covers your golf. So it covers your policy equipment. For us, we have given you a limit of 500,000. Covers your kit, that's your personal effects. That covers against the fire and theft. We also cover your maximum of 100,000. We have your legal liability, that is death or injury caused by you to another player, candidate, or spectator, or loss or damage or destruction caused by you to third parties. You know, nowadays Kenyans have become so much knowledgeable on their rights. Nowadays, you even step on somebody's feet. Tomorrow, you are in a court of law. So, for you to be covered on such legal aspects, we have incorporated a limit of 1 million shillings to cover you against legal liabilities. We also have a personal accident. This is just like the same personal accident cover, but we are now incorporating it in this Colvas policy. And it has a maximum compensation limit of up to 250,000. That is, it covers you against injury or death. We have what we call all-in-one. All-in-one is purely for entertainment purposes, and you know, in golfers, when you struck a call all-in-one, you are required to buy refreshments and drinks to your players who you are playing with. So in this case, APA allows you to a maximum of 100,000, and this all-in-one is purely on reimbursement, whereby you treat your competitors, then you claim back from APA, of course, with a supply of invoices to us. So we have section-wise Colvas into sections. We have Colvas equipment, I've told you, a maximum of 500. Personal effects, 100,000. Third-party liability, 1 million. Personal accident for death is 250,000. Personal accident total permanent total disability of 250,000. We have a medical expense of up to 100,000, and then we have a medical expense for caddies of 25,000, and all-in-one is 100,000. That is now falling under option A. And for option B, if you feel that what is being charged in option A is much more, you can also sell an option B, which has a Colvas equipment of 160,000, personal effects now to 25,000. Third-party liability still remains at 1 million shillings. Death under personal accident, 100,000. Permanent total disability of 100,000. Medical expense, 50,000. We have medical for counties, 20,000, and all-in-one is 20,000. That is a second option B. We charge 8,700 for option A and 5,063 for option B. Yeah, that's much of Colvas. It's as simplified as that. We don't have a proposal form. We don't have anything. What you need just is you pick the option, then you give us the KYC details for that specific client, then we onboard you, of course, after paying. So Agencify have taken up this. It's a simple cover so that it can ease. You can even go to the Colvas pitch and sell off your cover and provide the player with everything at once. Fair.
Great.
Yeah.
Any questions before we proceed on Golfer? I think I've learned something new about the hole-in-one cover. It's quite exciting. Any questions from the broader audience about Golfer? And maybe you've even thought about how you're going to utilize it personally or with your clients. You can type it in the chat. In the meantime, I think we can move to the next one, which is motor commercial pickup on goods.
Okay, thank you. In case you have any question, you can type on the chat box. We will answer you as we progress. So on the second aspect of motor, the last time we were here, we did motor private, and now we are coming in with motor commercial, and specifically for own goods purposes. We are still working on the general cartridge, but due to the extensive nature of cover, we want to get it correctly so that we don't have issues. So we started, we are onboarding on goods. And on goods specifically is for pickups. We know there are a number of vehicles which can also be used on goods. Nowadays, we get vehicles like Probox, people use for commercial use. We have vehicles like Toyota 14-seaters where somebody uses specifically for delivery of goods. We'll still advise you on the way forward on those other vehicles apart from the pickups, but now we are starting off this one pickups only. And as you know that commercial or motor commercial on goods cover covers accidental loss or damage to insured motor vehicle and or death, bodily injury, or loss of property to third parties arising out of the use of the motor vehicle. So it's either for social, domestic, pleasure purposes, for hire and reward, that will basically fall on general cartridge. Anything for hire and reward is for general cartridge. So this one will be specifically for social, domestic, and pleasure purposes, including your own businesses. If you're using a vehicle or the client is using the vehicle to vary goods from his or her shop to deliver to the customer, that still falls under on goods, so long as you still stands a loss in case the goods are damaged before it's delivered to the buyer. So the limitation to use is very conventional on this, whereby if you take a cover on goods and at the time of loss, there's a claimant claiming on the goods, or the goods were paid, you are paid for the hire of that services, then you'll be off cover. As we were not on cover because the scope of cover you are at the time of loss was not the same cover you were procured. And sometimes as agents, you need to be very clear advising your clients on those. From the client's perspective, that situation is very, very clear. And in case in case you have used the vehicle for wrong use, you will be off cover. So what limits are we covering on commercial? We are covering third-party persons, of course, to a limit of 3 million per person, and in an event, we have to a limit of 10 million. Third-party property damage, we have a limit of 20 million shillings. For passenger liability, we have a limit of 3 million and a limit of 10 million per event. This passenger liability are not pass fare paying passengers. These are passengers that are on there either on lifts or something. But if they do anything like payout to you as compensation, then you are doing what you call PSV, which you are not covering in that case, and therefore you will be off cover. We also have towing charges in case of a breakdown or in case even of an accident. We give an extent limit of up to 100,000. repair authority of 100,000, medical expense, that is for 50,000. We have entertainment systems of 50,000 free, and windscreen of about 50,000 also free. Anything above those limits for windscreen and entertainment will be charged for. We have excesses applicable to motor commercial on goods, and in case of damage or partial theft, we'll charge you 5% of sum insured to a maximum or to a minimum of 30,000 for excess. So if you get an accident and your accident is below 5% of the value of the vehicle, then the vehicle is below excess. I think that's what disturbs so many people. We also have third-party claims. If you get a third-party claim, then we'll charge you an excess of 10,000. Third-party injury, we don't charge excess on any liability. We don't charge excess. We have theft claims. Theft claims, we have two aspects of theft claims. We have theft with anti-theft and theft without an anti-theft. So in case your vehicle had an anti-theft device, we will charge you 10% of sum insured with a minimum of 30,000. But in case your vehicle did not have an anti-theft device, we'll charge you an excess of 20% of the sum insured. So it's very advisable that you fix in an anti-theft device to your vehicles, or advise your clients to be putting in anti-theft to ease the exposure when such incidents are happening. We also have what we call a tracking device. If your vehicle or the insured vehicle has a tracking device, we'll charge him a minimum excess of 5% to a minimum of 30,000. And if your vehicle is being driven by a young or novice drivers, what you call inexperienced drivers, we charge you 10,000 excess. And for commercial, we classify young and inexperienced drivers to people below age of 21 years, and people who have held a driving license for less than a year. So on clauses, it's normal clauses, but maybe I can add on. We extend the geographical limit for the motor commercial on goods to East Africa, that is outside Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo. That is now via the use of the COMESA yellow card. So if you want to be using your vehicle outside Kenya, delivering goods, then you'll have to procure the COMESA yellow card. We also encourage for compulsory valuation for all new and renewal units. If your vehicle is very new, up to 3 years, we can still offer you dealer repairs directly from the dealers. We accept up to a maximum age of 15 years for new businesses. We'll charge you a rate of 4.5% of sum insured, minimum 50,000 premiums, and that is inclusive of excess protector and political violence and terrorism. The minimum sum insured, which is also taken for this cover, is 600,000. That is after valuation. So if you propose a vehicle of 600,000 and after valuation drops to 550, then you'll not be eligible for this comprehensive cover. Yeah, that is it, unless there's a question or clarification.
Great. Thank you, Alan. There's a question in the chat from Stephen Odongo. Stephen asks, what happens when you have a private car, small car, not a pickup, that you use to do delivery of goods to your customers, and you have an accident and goods are damaged? Are they eligible?
It depends on which category of goods you are delivering. because private vehicles are also used for personal, private businesses and pleasure. The category whereby the Traffic Act allows you to carry commercial goods. You know, there are some category of goods when you carry, it already becomes commercial.
Marshall.
Yes, but the bulkiness of those things. But if you are dropping, what you call it, if you are dropping 20 kilos of maize to your client, that can't be too exaggerated to be a commercial enterprise. So that can still fall under private use.
Wait, I think Odongo, that is answered. Kennedy Wasike has a question. He's asking, what is the rate of excess protector and what is the minimum?
For now, our rate is a combined rate. We say 4.5, inclusive of excess protector and BVT, and therefore the issue of specific rates for excess protector and BVT may not apply, and the minimums also may not apply.
Great. I think the answer, I think, Stephen, if you're doing perhaps deliveries, maybe Uber deliveries, and I think it does not qualify. I think from Alan's statement, also the weight of the load plays a factor into it. I think that's what I gathered, Alan.
Yeah.
The weight of it is also a factor. So anything that is I think the question arose from these deliveries that are done within town, where your clients send you something.
Yes.
I think that does not meet the threshold.
Yeah, you see, I know where these you see a bro box used by someone to deliver what you call it, tomatoes.
Yes.
That's already a commercial enterprise. That's why you can be excited. But if it's a small unit of deliveries you are doing, then your private cover will still cover you. I've seen the issue of PLL. PLL is not, if you want to include PLL on your motor commercial, we charge 500 shillings per person. But you know, a pickup can only extend up to a maximum of two PLL. So that's 1,000 shillings. But you know, the new development is that commercial certificates will no longer display the number of passengers being carried on the specific car. But you can include, and from our back end, the passengers will be covered, but not necessarily displaying on the certificate. Only passenger carrying vehicles are allowed to display the number of passengers they are carrying.
Great. I think, Alan, this is for my sake. I have a question.
Yes.
You spoke something about Probox.
Yes.
And the carrying goods.
Yes.
I think there is a question we got that is it this limited to pickups only, or even cargo carrying vehicles, say like a Probox or the wagons?
That's why I've told you we'll still advise you in the development, because from the perspective we Agencify, it had been directed was to do pickups. Yes, but the catch here is we only take Probox as commercial if the logbook reads commercial. Yes. Don't bring a Probox written private and expect us to give you a commercial cover. No, we'll only give you if you have initiated transfer, not transfer but change at the NTSA to have the vehicle change from private to commercial. Yeah.
Lovely. I think questions are addressed. In case you do have anything, Alan will stay with us until we are doing the next say 10-13 minutes, and then so kindly type in your questions in the chat. Once again, Alan, we benefit a lot from your wealth of knowledge. Asante sana for gracing us on this occasion.
Kennedy, we said that 15 years, the maximum comprehensive age is 15 years.
Oh, lovely. Age of vehicle, yeah, maximum 15.
Yes.
Any more before we progress to the next stage? Great. So, um, let me speak just quickly, brushing over on some of the challenges that you may find when doing motor commercial or golfer traditionally. Number one, specifically for golfer, you see that the effort required to acquire golfer is similar to high value products. You literally have push, and the ROI might not be as lucrative. So what do you do if at all you have a scenario where you have to fill in separately and then take them back? Becomes quite of a challenge. So we are improving in the ROI of your efforts, given that you can do all these things in the app, even cross sell. You can be selling golfer. I'm sure. I'm sure. And this might be me being prejudiced, but whoever is going to a golfing game also has a vehicle. Also has a motor vehicle is what I'm trying to be modest saying. So you can get unlimited opportunities to cross sell and upsell whatever you have, improving your business odds. Number two, um, cost of acquisition is also sometimes quite high, but with the app, you're in a position to be able to maximize. Anytime you have a meeting with a client, and I'm sure any of these clients you're meeting with, especially for golfer and also for most commercial, these are business owners. These are people who really value their time. So turnaround time for a business for these particular people, they really value their turnaround time. They really value their time. So if you have a situation where anything is feeling slow, then you don't have that business. So ideally, what Agencify does is by bringing everything together in one central place, you can be able to transact all this. And remember, we just don't have one product currently. There are now multiple products that you can be able to even sit down with your client and have a get go. So another thing, maybe delayed commissions. Maybe could be one of the things. Maybe you didn't post something correctly, but with the Agencify app, everything like we mentioned, we've always been mentioning is automated, and every business is done. Business we do business 24 hours, 24/7, 365, regardless of day or weather, regardless of what the Met is saying. So limited scaling capabilities also. If you have a business and you have not tapped into the technology space, you have very limited scaling capabilities. But what we do present to you is a platform that can help you manage all your portfolios, all your also insurers, and in one central place. And that can also really propel your business if you have also you are an agency and you want to also streamline your business, all your maybe you have staff and you would want them to transact. This is also one of those platforms that can really assist you work smarter and not harder. The effort required to do golfer or motor commercial pickup is similar to other high value products, medical, motor commercial, PSV. So focus your energy on where it matters most. You can even cross sell. Doesn't need you with one client to just tell them one thing. You can upsell, cross sell. Number two, boost your sales in minutes. It takes very little time. If it takes 3 minutes to one golfer, and maybe there is I don't know if there's a golfing tournament coming up. That is where I think most of this you'll find most of your clients, and they're really interested in some of these things. So also, if you want a write up of what some of these things entails, maybe you want to break into that niche, or you can always request us, and we can make an arrangement for you. Speed up, win more. We can provide quotes, instantaneous quotes, and close policies also in one session. So no delays, just happy clients. And in our case, also happy agents. Unlock your cross-selling potential. Remember, when you go to a client, you not only have just one thing to provide, you have now multiple to provide them. And also fast track your earnings. We eliminate delays and you get your commissions quicker. We process our commissions almost instantaneously once the client pays and it's processed by APA. The cover is generated. You are you get your commissions. Lovely. Um, like I mentioned, opportunities to upsell, cross-sell are immense. We do have other products. We have Motor Private PPO, Motor Private Comprehensive. We also have PA Individual and PA Student that you can also be be providing to your clients in case you find them. We partner with APA and also Takafo and more be onboarded as we progress. Now, I do have, there's a goodies session that we had mentioned. So let me first of all mention why you should join this drive, and then I can go into the what what do we have in store specifically for golfer and motor commercial insurance on our app. Sorry, I think I've been jumbled across. So number one, why should you join the drive? Number one, so you grow your business. Since we do offer a wide range of products on the app. Number two, it's fast and seamless transactions all in one app. There is nowhere where you're required to maybe go off app and maybe give any documents. Everything happens on the app. Number three, you get rewarded for your hard work with instant bonuses on top of your commissions. We do have some bonuses that we also give out as Agencify. So what you need to do, log into the app, select a cover, whichever that you do want. We open the challenge starting today, starting now. And if you close a sale, there is a reward attached to it, especially mainly for golfer and motor commercial. So what do you get if you do golfer and motor commercial? Now, for the first transactor to do either golfer or motor commercial on pickup, there is a 200 shilling giveaway that we are doing. 2,000, sorry, 2,000 shilling giveaway that we are doing. Sorry, it's my side, me. So 2,000 giveaway that we are doing for the first transaction of each. So if you do golfer, 2K. If you do motor commercial as the first person currently, you get 2K. If you want some assistance, we'll be giving out numbers that you can reach out to so they can help you have a more seamless process in case the demo was not clear enough. Someone will reach out. Just mention it in the comments and someone will reach out. As always, for comprehensive cover transactions, we will also be giving out 1,000 shillings. And for any TPO cover transaction, we will be giving another additional 500 shillings. This is on top of your commissions. So promo period starts now and ends on Sunday. So do not miss out on transacting. So start transacting now. I think from Leon, both the products are now live on the app, and you can be able to navigate and even close a deal with them in case you have one. So I'll be looking forward. We'll be looking forward to see which transaction. Just don't mind. You don't even need to announce any transaction that comes through. We do see it on our back end. So, and we will be posting in the next class who was the first one to do that transaction for either golfer or motor commercial. So I'm wondering which names I'll see. Lovely. So we do have a Q&A. I think we did a Q&A session. I don't know if there's any other questions in the chat. We'll continue using as long as great. If there's any questions that are not addressed yet, you can type them quickly in the chat so that we can also go through them as soon as possible. But if at all there are, let me just give you the contact in which you can reach out to in case you have a business and you would want someone to guide you through. We have these numbers here, the email and the phone numbers. I'll give you a time to screenshot or maybe even type it down as we wind down this meeting. Right. So any more queries? Anyone who hasn't had the questions answered? You can either mute or even type it in the chat, whichever is easier. I'll be taking them in the next, say, 2 minutes. But you can also reach out on those contacts. If there is no queries, no hands raised, I want to thank Alan for gracing us on this occasion, this launch, and also want to thank you for taking time of a busy schedule. It's a Friday, and you took a time of a busy schedule to grace us on this occasion. I want to thank you all. I also want to say I'm looking forward to the first two people to do a transaction. Don't be shy. We will be reaching out to you. Maybe you can even tell us can feature in one of our classes. So we really looking out for that. So don't also mind if I reach out to you just to tell you how the experience was. We would want to know also how the experience was like doing this live. So without further ado, if there are no any other questions, anyone from the team who would want to say something? Vote of thanks. Hezron says, kindly direct us on how our clients will initiate the claim process. Please explain more on the claim. Let me just open that query. So Hezron asks, kindly direct us on how our clients will initiate the claim process. Please explain more on the claim processes. So I think on the claim processes happens with the insurer APA. So if it, we are initiating, we will link up. We will be in the loop, but we will link you up with someone directly from APA to initiate the claims process. Thank you, Joel. Joel says thank you and God bless you all. Likewise, Joel. All right. If at all there's no one, I would like to thank you all and officially adjourn the meeting. Thank you for joining, and I wish you all a successful day and a successful earning ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Alan.